Yo, how we doing? Trevor Burke checking in. I wanted to make a video about a topic today. I know I haven't made a video in a while. Thank y'all for being patient. I'm in my new spot here in Tampa, Florida. And the video I wanted to make today was about a topic I'm very passionate about, and that's addiction. Addiction to, pleasure, addiction to pornography, which I've been open about that I've struggled with. Addiction to drinking, addiction to gambling, addiction to pills, pleasure, overeating. There's so many, and I wanted to share with you guys kind of my strategy, something that's worked for me, and that I share with you guys. And I know there's other ways out there. Some people believe AA, 12 steps, that's the way. Or they think, oh, it's only spiritual. I think there's many ways we can get to the same destination, and that's kind of what this is kind of another route, maybe one that doesn't have all the tolls. We get to our destination, and that is number one. It's kind of a 4-step if you're taking notes. Number one is awareness. Awareness that there is a problem, awareness that something needs to change. And this is probably the most painful, but it's the most liberating as well. It's almost like, can you even escape a prison if you don't know you're in one? So knowing that you're trapped, knowing that, things aren't well, you can begin to change and you can begin to take responsibility. And I really don't subscribe to, addiction is a disease. I think that gives all your power away. Think about someone with cancer. Like, that's an actual disease. For someone with cancer, you kind of feel bad because it's so painful, and it almost seems like unfair. And people subscribe addiction to a disease, and I just don't subscribe to that, because I think you can change it. I think you can sit there and you can make the necessary changes, and you can change that addiction. You can change that perception. And, a lot of people are hiding behind that it's a disease, story, and that victim mentality. And, that's just not who we are on this channel. That's not who I am. That's not who I'm talking to. This is a channel of people that take responsibility, notice what needs to be done, and take responsibility for their own life and make the changes because they want to help other people, because they want to become better so they can give more, be more, just do more. So number one, becoming aware, understanding that, awareness comes from, actively looking, not running away from your problems, not just talking about your problems. There's a book, I forget the name. There's a female, it was a woman author, but I forget her name, but she basically, the premise of the book was, the more you talk about your problems, the more they persist, the more they grow. And this overwhelming need to talk about our problems. Like, have you ever said, oh, I had a bad day, and then someone's like, oh, you had a bad day? Let me tell you about my bad day. Okay, and we just kind of talk about our problems. Misery loves company. I think becoming aware that there is a problem, step number one, okay, 5%, boom, I realize it. But spend the other 95% on the solution. And that leads me to number two, is understanding. Okay, step one, awareness. You become aware. Now, number two, we got to understand it. And realizing that it's not porn, it's not drinking, it's not pills, it's not gambling. There's something deeper, okay? There's a taproot below the problem that's really causing this, okay? And it probably relates back to early in your life, but getting down into the roots, getting down and getting underneath that taproot, and realizing that perhaps it's some needs that have not been met, and that this addiction, this stimulus, this vice meets those needs. For instance, porn gives you the sense of connection, gives you this sense of pleasure, of false intimacy. It's very sinister in nature because it's giving you this perception, and it's false. Drinking gives us this sense of our connections are deeper, our friendships are cooler, We're more social. Drugs give us this sense of, ecstasy. I've known someone who has taken heroin and it was on it for a while, and they said it was the greatest feeling in the world. And they slowed their voice and they said that. Now, you can't take that lightly. So they're getting their needs met from this drug, but we got to realize that it's a zero-sum game. It's only downhill. And one of the ways that we can understand it is getting down to the roots. So understanding human needs. And I'll make a video on this in the future, but some of the basic human needs are certainty. If someone, watches porn or drinks every night or, overeats, they're certain how they're going to feel once they do it. So they look forward to it. It's their little escape. They kind of, get it. They're being naughty. They can fantasize about it and they can get away with it because they look forward to it, and it gets them out of their life. And this is what I've realized is we have to become obsessed with creating our reality rather than escaping our reality. Okay, so understanding that these vices, drinking, smoking, porn, overeating, indulging in pleasure, these are all attempts to escape our reality. We want to create our reality. Okay, and number 3 is detachment. We want to detach, okay, from these attachments. Okay, realizing that these behaviors, these are simply just attachments to a set of feelings and a set of things we're going to feel and we're going to gain from it. Okay, so if we watch porn, if we drink, if we smoke, if we gamble, we know the feelings we're going to get. It's the ecstasy, it's the spontaneity, it's the variety, whatever it is, whatever needs are getting met. Realizing that those needs, can be met other ways. And that really comes from detaching. So you detach, and you got to be careful, because I learned that you can just die if you stop drinking alcohol and you've drinking it like so much every day. Like, you can just die. So obviously proceed with caution, but part of detachment is getting attached to someone else. Because like I said, if you're someone like me and you have an addictive personality, okay, one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me was realizing that I could trade my negative addictions for positive addictions, like the gym, like self-improvement, like journaling and reading and getting better and learning about the human mind and physiology and psychology. Like, that obsession got me away from my addiction to video games, porn, overeating, and completely changed the trajectory of my life. Realizing that I can just trade the bad for the good. Okay, deal. Sign me up. Where do I sign? Okay, but easier said than done. We have to detach. And I think realizing that we can get our human needs from over here, but the real kicker is associating massive pain to that behavior. Whether it's cocaine, drinking, porn, gambling, realizing, I want you guys to take a moment here and really think, what would your life look like if you kept going down this road? What would your finances look like? What would your relationships look like? How would your kids think about you? Okay, what would the society, deem you as? I want you to be really ruthlessly just like some people are, like myself. I'm very self-critical and I can really beat myself up. I give you permission to beat yourself up right here. I want you to create a scenario where if you continue down this road of indulging in these vices, porn, drinking, cocaine, pills, overeating, if you continue down this road, what's your life going to look like? Okay, is your dream girl even going to look at you? Okay, are you going to be able to, pay for the dinner for the family? Or are you going to have to, split the bill? Okay? Are you going to be able to put the down payment on the dream house? If you have the client there and you're out to eat with the client, are you going to be able to take care of the tab? Okay? When it's your time to give an eulogy at your father's funeral, are people going to be looking around, or are they going to know? It's going to be you. You're going to say some words. You're going to bring people together. Okay? It's your actions. And if we can detach, if you can paint a picture so bad that you will run away from it, because just as we'll run to pleasure, we will run away from pain. So that's kind of the purpose of that exercise. I want you to make it as painful and as vivid and as scary as possible, because you'll run away from it. And you'll run this way into the positive addictions, personal development, eating right, going to the gym, reading, treating people better. Okay, just those simple little things. And then number 4, reprogramming. Once you've detached, once you've understood the root cause, and once you've become aware, now we got to reprogram. Okay, because we're still a program. Now the cool part is just we've been programmed from birth, from our parents, media, society, our teachers, everything. It's not all bad. I think a lot of it's good because it makes us unique, but also similar to our environment and our surroundings. But realizing that you're not just a program, you're now the programmer. You're the program and the programmer. So now you have the ability to go in and change the hard wiring. You're like, hey, I used to believe I was fat and I didn't deserve good things. I'm not fat anymore. I deserve good things. Changed. Out with the old, in with the new. You can decide that. And that's a reprogramming. And I'll make a video further on that because I'm still learning. I don't know all this stuff. This is just what's worked for me, and I share it with you guys because I know we all got our things going on, and it can be tough to share. And I would really recommend, journaling, because journaling has helped me tremendously. It's helped me, formulate my thoughts. It's helped me, in my relationships with my friends, family, and I visualize it as like a bundle of yarn all dangled up and just in a knot. And journaling kind of just slowly takes that yarn and straightens it out and gives you that clarity and that peace of mind that is priceless. But yeah, those 4 steps: awareness, understanding, detachment, reprogramming. If you can do those 4 steps, you'll be on your way. And you'll be on your way to a better, more healthy, and you'll just be excited for life again, which is the purpose of these videos. I want you guys to get excited for life again. And if you can take these steps or take any action from this video, then we're all winning. And then I just ask that you share with other people. If you like this video, if you smash the like, if you share it, whatever it is, it just helps the algorithm, helps other people. Because I know it can be tough to talk about these things. It can kind of be taboo. So either way, guys, I hope you guys had a great week, and just continue to grow and develop and become that person that you want to become, and get excited for life again. But either way, guys, you know what to do. Thanks for riding with me. We'll get back to two uploads weekly, 2 uploads a week. We'll do Tuesday, Thursday. But either way, guys, thanks for riding with me. Peace. Carry on.